That is good banter.
Off to the races, Timmy.
Hello everyone and welcome all you Bantitos out there. This is episode 84, Knock on the Door, because we are coming to your homes and have we got some tales for you guys this week?
Oh
boy.
It's all happening, mate. You're down here, mate. You've made the trek down to Mornington, down to Peniche.
Down to Ivan's house. Thought I'd come and spend one last day here before obviously the credit card bills come in from the wedding, and it's obviously taken away from you. But it's a shame because it's a nice pad. It's a beautiful part of the world. Place. The sun's out, and it is just bloody delightful down here in Mornington. God's country.
So, we'll be probably up to some commission flat in Kensington or something next week.
If that.
So there we go.
But tell you what, plenty to talk about. But I'm flat as a tack. I'm tired, running off about an hour's sleep. Had the little fella was in hospital last night, so I was looking after the other two. My wife was in hospital with him. I was looking after the other two. I thought this is going to be fairly cruisy.
You've been a dad for 9 years.
Surely I can pull this off.
Sure you can pull it off. You've only got two of them. You're at home by yourself with the kids.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
My wife, really disappointing. The lack of trust she put in me. There was a list as long as a snake.
Long as a snake.
Long as a snake. Long as a long snake. It was a long list, and it just basically minute by minute what I had to do. So I took 2 days off work to look after the boys, and all I had to do was really drop them off at school and pick them up.
That's it.
And feed them. And on the second day, I had to pack their lunches, and she sent me little photos of what every lunch box should look like.
That's a juice box.
This is an apple. And I was like, hang on a second, slow down.
Bread.
This is an apple. This is bread. It's butter. And
what do they have in their sandwiches?
Not much. Very picky, the little fellas. Real picky. So no matter what you make them, they're not really into it. So
sort of the school lunches, I know as a kid, they can get a little, you go through a bit of a phase, you go, oh, jam's good, and then you're like, yeah, fuck that, I don't want jam. Then you have a bit of ham, but I remember I used to have ham, and 40-degree day, that'd be sitting in the lunchbox for like 5 hours, and you think, how the fuck did I not get sick from eating that ham that's been festering in a lunchbox?
Obviously didn't have a mother like my wife, because she's got these. Everything's fucking. You stick it in the fridge and the whole lunchbox keeps cold. Okay. It's like a refrigerator. And it's everything's got to be done. So firstly, I forgot to stick that shit in the freezer. So that was So that didn't work. But
was that on the list?
Everything was on the list.
That was on the list.
Yeah, everything was on the list. So. Anyway, long story short, went well. Picked the about 6 o'clock. Thought, let's go treat the boys. They've been good. Let's go get some McFlurries from down at Macca's.
That's a good way.
Let's reward the boys.
Tam said, whatever you do, don't go to McDonald's. Give them a fucking McFlurry. It hypes them up
on the way.
They're going to shit their pants. They get runny diarrheas if they have an Oreo McFlurry. But Tom said, "Fuck it. I'm going off script here."
And we can we're on the way to Macca's, and we can put this photo up on the the whatever it is, up on the socials.
Instagram, yeah.
Little Flenny did the biggest fucking projectile vomit in the back of the car I've ever fucking seen in my life.
You sent me the photo, and it seriously looked like the back of a taxi if 5 blokes were sitting in there and vomited after a big night at Revolver or something like that. It was fucking chunky. It had colours. I thought there was something alive in there. What the fuck did he eat?
It was like someone was heading down the local soup kitchen on Christmas morning, and they had the big thing of soup in the back, and it just exploded in the back. It was unbelievable. I don't know how all that shit fit in him, but anyway, it did. So this is, and that's always going to happen. Like I'll stand here and tell you all the great things about having a kid. Not many people step up and say the worst thing about having a kid. I'll tell you right now, it is cleaning vomit out of the back of a car. You don't realise how many nooks and crannies there are in the back of a car till you're cleaning spit. You know, it's gone in the fucking seatbelt slots, in that little on the back of the driver's seat. It's gone all in that.
Put the books and things like that. Yep, it's under the mats. There's Kristen just hanging up washing.
It's good stuff. Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah.
And what I probably should have done there if I had my time again, I would have called off the McFlurry trip. But I persisted, and I thought, oh, well, he's got that out of his system. So still went and got the McFlurries.
So that was before the McFlurry.
That was before the McFlurries.
Okay. So what do you put that down to? What's the, maybe dodgy ham sandwich in the lunchbox that day?
Well, I thought, well, we all had the same thing for dinner, half-cooked sausages.
Yeah.
And
raw chicken.
Yeah,
okay.
And dog shit that we'd found out the front. So it's really surprised me that they'd got sick. But he did do a little, he had a little musical performance at that night.
I've seen some on Tam's Insta story. I tell you what, he's pretty bloody animated, mate.
Yeah, no, he is.
I reckon he's fucking more animated than you.
He's a performer. And so it might have been maybe the nerves from that, because it was on the way from that to Macca's that shit hit the fan. And anyway, so I should have said, all right,
Spew
guys,
at the floor.
let's take a rain check on these McFlurries. But I didn't do that. I gave him McFlurries on or obviously already an upset tummy. And he didn't stop spewing. Oh, he's still spewing. And that was his first spew at 6:30 last night. And he's still throwing up now. So I didn't
left of him.
I didn't. It was a fucking nightmare. I did not sleep a wink. He just sat there with his bucket. He'd throw up on himself, and at least in the back of the car, he said, "Dad, I feel sick." There was no warning. And my eldest son, he was like, "Why didn't you get him a vomit bag?" I was like, well, fuck.
Well, it's not a fucking airline.
I don't have a vomit bag.
Well, should I get him a bloody oxygen mask and a fucking life jacket as well?
Just a nightmare. So I'm running on zero sleep, but I'll be all right.
Yeah, well, I must admit, because I did mention a while ago that me and Kristen are maybe going to look at the process of possibly having kids, and I don't know, we actually said something out because we had a busy weekend where it was just go, 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 go. And I said to her, we're driving back Sunday after Father's Day lunch and birthday lunch for our old man. I'm thinking that would be what a weekend would be like every weekend if you had kids. And I mentioned that to you, and you said there is no escape.
There's no escape. Not that you want an escape, and this is
wouldn't mind it.
A little escape every now and again, but well, I guess there is an escape, and sadly, it's
gigs
it's gig for me. It's gigs, but when you're around the kids, the escape is the
toilets,
the iPads.
Oh,
you just give
that's
iPads or a
them.
Nintendo, and they are gone. They are gone with the
good.
Fairies. But
because one of my mates' ads, one of my groomsmen, he said his escape is he'll just pretend to have fucking like 7 shits a day.
Oh, they'll find you.
It's like when you're at work and you have it on the tools or something, you're like, fuck this, I'm going to Dunny again. Just sit there and scroll through fucking Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get away from it.
I reckon what they've done at our work, off the record, this is, and I don't
cameras
even know.
in the Dunnies?
No cameras in the Dunnies, but I reckon you can't get the internet in the toilets.
Yeah.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah, I'm sure it is, mate. I mean, you can put Wi-Fi on the moon. You can do this. I'm sure they can fucking cut out.
Well, you just need some special sort of wall or something.
Well, I reckon, I just went down to Rosebud before, and they've put that in the whole fucking
suburb.
The whole suburb. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they can just do it in the toilet, mate.
Yeah, so kids are great, but they
ups and downs, mate.
And they were
roller
ups
coaster.
and downs last night. There was spew after spew after spew, and surely this little fucker's empty. But no, he just kept. He'd have like. I'd get him like a little glass of Solo, something to get a few bubbles into him. Because that always used to help. And he'd have like a thimble full of Solo, and he'd throw up like 1.25 litres of the shit. They need to send him to third world countries he can somehow.
Well, maybe that's what happens. Maybe has he got a bloated belly like those little
he
kids
looks a bit
over
like
there?
A skeleton at the moment. He's not looking real flash. But maybe they could send little Flinny. Yeah, to third world countries. Give him a pee. He shoots out 7,000 peas. Negative is you've got to eat his spew, which isn't.
Well, they're pretty desperate. So I mean, they're drinking out of muddy puddles. So I'm sure a bit of, Flinny's spew would be washed down nice by some maggot infested water over in Africa.
Good point.
Anyway,
so. we got some updates.
We got some updates, mate. And by the way, thanks to everyone who has listened to last week's pod, episode 83. It was a muddy foreskin.
So it's our most popular episode to date.
Out of the 83 episodes so far, it is in the 7-day period. It is the most downloaded episode ever in our career, in our history. So that's pretty big.
So if
what do you put it down to?
Well, we did. I think the guy giving oral sex to his captain, that was big news.
That's popular.
And we and we didn't shy away.
We broke it down.
Yeah, we broke it down. We didn't shy away from putting our thoughts forward. Old Dunk with his triple heart attack.
We got I think we do have an update on Dunks as well. He is still with us, and I think maybe that's a thing because also on the Instagram we got I can't remember who sent it in, but on the story he posted.
Who posted?
So you can tag Good Banter in the post.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Nick Thomas actually. He said, obviously with the laughing emoji, this bloke has a heart attack, almost dies, and you and me got stuck into him for 10 minutes, fucking just ripping shit on him. So maybe that's our thing.
Well, it could have gone either way because it was our most successful episode. But I think if old Dunks had passed away in between the time of our episode dropping, and the dropping, it might have been our most unsuccessful. Could have been the end of it.
I don't reckon Dunks would have listened.
So hang in there, Dunks, because you are our great white hope.
Yeah, so maybe we just need more people to have near-death experiences. Text in, hit us up on the Instagram and let us know, and we'll just roast them for 10 minutes. And that could be our thing.
Yeah,
just roasting people who've had near-death experiences.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time before we lose someone, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, so how is Dunks?
Mate, Dunks is going well. I got a call from Cam, his cousin.
Yep.
And thanks last week to Crummy, who hit us up with the information about 2 minutes before we went on air to record. And I think out of the information he gave us, there was a whole 5-minute spiel. I think probably about 5 seconds of it was correct.
Yeah, he was shooting about 3 or 4%.
Dunks hadn't even had a heart attack. He's got a ruptured testicle.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But all good. It was the idea. He got the name right.
You got the name right,
and just sort of made up the rest. I don't know whether it was Chinese whispers or he's just fucking got a shit memory or a compulsive liar. I don't know. But by the time the story got to us, it was very inaccurate, and we
sort of went with it a bit, but I got the full story from Cam, Dunks' cousin, who has been in at the hospital with him the last few days, and we did lose him 3 times.
Yep. Oh, that's good. Tick.
Yeah, tick. We got that right. He wasn't on the ground when he had the heart attack.
Okay.
So he was in the rooms after the game. He was feeling a bit crook, and he goes, "Oh, fuck, I'm not feeling good." But he reckons he copped a hit during the game.
Because you can. Isn't that like a jiu-jitsu move? Can't you punch someone in the heart and stop their heart?
I think you can. Bruce Lee could probably do it.
Sure he could.
Oh, I don't know if I could. I got dodgy wrists, so that's no good. But so we did lose him. They called off the senior game, and that's when the helicopter had to come down because he pretty full on, but in the rooms it got a bit pear-shaped.
Yep.
That's when the defib came out. But good news is, and I have received a photo of Dunks sitting up in bed. He's back.
He's back.
He is back. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be fit this week to play, but speaking to Cam, his cousin, on the way back here, he's going to get an angiogram. That'll just check the ticker's doing all right.
Yep.
You get the ruptured testicle checked as well. That's all good.
Unrelated incident.
Yeah, but he's it was looking pretty bad for a while, but he's all good. They've set up a little GoFundMe to help him because there's going to be a bit of recovery. So I'll put that on the YouTube link and the Apple Podcast link and that. So if you want to donate a bit to Dunks, he's probably going to have to do a bit of rehab and yeah. So
and if he doesn't. Look, let's pay for his footy trip this year.
That's it. I'm
certainly happy with that.
So things are good, and he listened to the podcast because I was speaking to Cam. He said, "Oh, maybe an hour after he's just come out of, surgery and just come to and almost died. Maybe we don't play the podcast.
Give it a day.
Give it a day.
Well, comedy is tragedy plus time equals comedy. And we had the tragedy, obviously the him dying twice, but probably didn't have the time.
When we roasted him, we didn't have much time at all.
No,
that was literally a few days after.
Yeah, but look,
the
you live and you learn.
Passed. He's had a listen, and Cam said that Dunks was in fucking tears.
Oh, that's good.
So we've really lifted his spirits. So good on you, Dunks, mate. We'll catch up. He lives down in Langwarrin, so down my way. So
down Langy way.
When the ticker gets right, we'll fucking
down Langy way. But wasn't he playing out at?
Dunks, maybe he travels. I don't know.
It's a long way to travel to play twos footy.
Yeah, wow, that's the man Dunks is. He's passionate. Yeah. He's now all his cousins, they all travel up together and they listen to the podcast when they travel up.
So he was part of the package. He wasn't the guy the club chased down. He was like, I'll bring some mates with me.
He's like, hey Dunks, you're a shit truck, but can you get your cousin? Can you get a few other guys to come along? You jump in the car, mate. You can listen to a podcast and whatever you do, don't fucking have a heart attack just in the finals.
No, but
so he's fucked up there.
Anyway,
but he's coming good now, so we'll chuck the GoFundMe up there and all the best, Dunks. Thanks very much, mate, for listening. Thanks very much for fucking not dying on us. So
it would have been very average listening.
That would have been terrible. So what's going on with you, mate?
Well, another update, and this is going back a few episodes now. I did. I talked about doing a gig at Longwood. And I was heading there, and they'd asked me to do the running, which I sort of
fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. But I went there, and we did mention. Well, they hadn't won a game for the year, so it was. It hadn't been a great year, but.
It's not good.
But you still get something out of the last game. So, and what they were trying to get out of it, and we did mention this in the last podcast that we spoke about it, is they were playing Cupido. His team in the last game.
He had a nickname, sort of a very good footballer, Cupido, but sort of got the nickname Stupido.
Oh, did
back in the day. Cause maybe a few fucking... kangaroos fucking missing in the top paddock, if that is the saying or whatever.
Well, he still knows. He can fucking knows how to kick a goal.
Yeah,
and so he needed 13.
Yep,
to get his ton in the
Baker's
last game.
dozen.
So as you do, look, win, lose or draw. Let's shit on this guy's party. Let's not let him get his ton.
Give him one in the ribs. We'll drop 16 blokes back in front of him. Let's do that. There's no way he could have kicked the fucking. No. He couldn't have got the ton, mate. With Longwood, I mean, they've made it their mission. They've made it their game plan. You've got Cupido in his sights. They don't want to let down Siegert.
So I've turned up. First thing I said when I walked through the door, did you get the win? Absolutely not.
Stupid question.
I didn't expect that. How'd you go with Cupido? And I said, well, he kicked 14.
Okay.
So not only did he make 13, he even put a bit of gravy on top.
He rubbed it in.
Yeah, just rubbed it in. So disappointing. But congratulations to Cupido.
Well done, Cupido.
And Longwood Footy Club. They were a great club.
That's good.
It was a little concerning when I got there, though. There were a lot of guys with their swags, which is never a good sign that it's going to be an early night. And they're all dressed up because that was Sunday. It was a Sunday afternoon, and they were going straight into Mad Monday.
Well, and they had basically from probably the halfway through the season to maybe quarter of the way through the season to realise that Mad Monday's we know when that's happening.
You can start planning pretty early.
You can.
Yep.
You can. They all went out and said, get your fucking swags ready, boys.
I shit you not.
It's going to be big.
They had me booked mid-March. But anyway, you got to know where you sit.
Yeah.
And but there was one so it's sort of one big hall. It's like this. It's like a real community.
Run us through Longwood. Like a lot of these people, they haven't been out to these country towns. Some of them, you go to Warrigal, and it's like a little hub. I'm sort of tipping Longwood's not a hub.
I didn't really,
what's it doing?
Unless the footy club came first, and I missed the rest of the town.
Yeah.
Maybe there was all the buildings and shops and skyscrapers were a little further down the road.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that. I I only saw the footy club and the footy club. It's like this big 2-story sort of hub. You know, I imagine they would have
netball.
Oh, definitely netball, but you'd also have the
Alcoholics Anonymous,
the yoga.
Yoga.
You'd have everything. You'd have the darts. You'd have everything. So they had the Mad Monday. So they were going from Sunday night straight into the Mad Monday.
Isn't that the shit thing with the Sunday game as your last game?
Yeah.
You want the Saturday. You want the Saturday, the silly Sunday. You usually have a vote count or something, and then you just, trail off by getting shit-faced on the Monday.
Yeah. It's tough going. And on the Monday at 10 o'clock, there was a wake.
Right.
That was going to be held in that hall. So they'd booked the pub from 10 to 12. So they were going to be there all Sunday night. Yep. They had to bail at 9:30. The wake comes in at 10 till 12, and they were going to come back in after that. So they just had to. I just wonder what Nick the hall was in for the wake. But I'm sure they did the right thing. And they were a ripping bunch of
nice,
just a ripping bunch. Obviously a tough year this year, but they'll bounce back. They've got good people down at the club. So good luck to Longwood for turning that season around, or turning your
next
fortunes
year,
around.
Maybe you get Dunks and a few of the boys. See if you can recruit them from wherever they were playing, and get the boys up to Longwood.
Yeah, no, Dunks would be pretty much uninsurable at the moment. I think.
It'd be tough to get.
I wouldn't be signing him up. I wouldn't be touching him with a 50-foot pole, to be honest.
No.
But so good stuff. Good. So we are going to finally get to. Let's just pull this Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Let's finish this, the Festival of Evan and the wedding, and so. Because we've had a couple of week break talking about it, maybe 1 week.
We missed last week. Obviously, it was all footy last week, and I was actually out of Baronia on the weekend. I was watching Muralbach run around against Mitcham, so I saw a few of the Baronia boys out there.
Yep.
Good. I sort of walked past, like, hey, Evo, and at first I'm like, who the fuck are these blokes? Like, the boys, the Baronia boys, who obviously they were blind at our Sunday shows.
They were great guys.
During the festival.
What about old mate? Did he end up winning the
he
goal
came
kicking?
second. He got pipped. He got pipped. I think one of the boys came up and started kicking a few goals from a forward pocket, taking a few goals off him. So he ended up coming second.
So someone from another club knocked him off?
No. But one of the guys from started. Because he was the main focus. He was the main focus all year, and then one of the other guys came up and started taking a few goals off him. But he ended up losing. He lost the goal kick and come second, which is the first loser, really.
Little bastard. Who is this little fucker? And I bet, knowing him, he probably said he was, shepherding off, and he was the
doing all that stuff.
Yeah, decoying. But end of the day, he didn't win it. And I think I made a bet with him. Did I that he wouldn't get it? I
can't remember that. But so I saw them. We'll probably see him again this Saturday because Muralbach are playing East Ringwood out there at Baronia
in the Granny. Isn't footy finals in Melbourne? I went down.
It's great.
Last Saturday, went and watched the Bears on the hill. They got absolutely pounded, the Bears, actually.
Yeah.
Not 9-0 in the second quarter. It's tough to come back from that.
Yeah.
So they
thought, we'll save our run to the premiership quarter, and little did they know. That's it's a bit too late, boys.
Yeah, but it was a good season. Prelims, would you rather lose a prelim or a granny?
Granny. I'd rather make the granny. I'd rather make the granny. Prelims, it's a hollow feeling. You have your silly Sunday, your mad Monday, and then you realise... the next week you're not there. So there's no chance of winning. At least in the grand final, you're like, fuck, we weren't good enough. If you play you'd rather be there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
prelims are shit.
Prelims are be shit, and it's hard to win a prelim. And, the Bears certainly know that. But I did did I tell you about? Did I mention the guys out at Cupido a few years back when they made the granny?
No.
I was chatting to a couple of young guys. This is only just probably 5 or so years ago, pre-COVID. Ripping bunch of blokes out at Cupido. But as we do, standing around after the gig, talking footy, talking local footy. And one of the guys mentioned that 5 or 6 years earlier, they made the granny, had beaten the team twice before in the granny. Were very confident.
course
shithouse
they
day.
were,
Shithouse
yeah.
day, rain, mud. They didn't kick a
Hail.
goal. They didn't kick. They were hot favourites. Didn't kick a goal in the granny. I think the opposition kicked maybe 14, 15.
Jesus, that is a fucking turnaround, isn't it?
That's a disappointing day.
That's very disappointing.
That is shitful. So would you rather? I imagine making one and just not
kicking a
turning up.
goal.
Yeah, it happens a bit.
It does
There's
happen.
a team, Frankston Dolphins, this year went undefeated.
Dolphins.
Got beaten in the granny by fairly convincingly. So
Who'd they lose to?
don't know.
Frankston Dolphins? Because they're in the VFL, aren't they?
That's in the that's in the southern.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. So
Frankston Bombers? I don't know.
Frankton Bombers are in Peninsula.
Yeah, that's true.
Dolphins are in southern.
Okay.
Yeah, but
There you go.
anyway, so after that, after watching Caulfield Bears, I must admit I snuck out a few minutes early because I could see it wasn't really going their way. So I went
goals.
and I had tickets to the Pies game. Jumped in an Uber, as I said last week. Snuck out a couple of cans.
Well done.
To drink on the way.
Heavy.
One thing I didn't take into consideration is needing a piss. Jeez, I nearly wet the back seat of an Uber.
Nah, that's no good.
It was awful. Got out front of the Jeep. Buddy did a piss for 45 minutes, straight in, quarter time, and then watched what a game of footy between the Pies.
Was it a good game? They've all been good games.
They've all been great games, and it just goes to show winning a premiership. It's not just about what happens on that last Saturday in September. Like there's little moments, like Collingwood beat Geelong. We're not far off being in a granny, and now it's not impossible, but it's tough to get in from there. So it's a whole lead up of things.
Yeah, well, I went to the Sydney Melbourne one, and Sydney lose to Melbourne. That's totally different because they would be playing. Who'd they be playing? They would be playing.
It's beyond me working that out.
Who are the fucking? Oh, they'd be playing.
Brisbane.
Brisbane, but
no.
Oh, they would have been playing in Sydney.
You swap
Brisbane
sides, I know that.
Yeah, no, they'd be playing Brisbane, which is probably not that bad. But then you lose that home final.
Then you lose the home
final.
final.
Prelim. That's a biggie. All of a sudden, Melbourne, they're back at the pack, and they didn't play that well, Melbourne.
No,
and I reckon that was due to Sydney's pressure.
We could.
And I must admit, I've I haven't involved myself in the AFL too much the last few years. It probably didn't help that there wasn't a game in Melbourne for fucking 10 years.
And it was
because of COVID.
And it was dog shit watching it without a crowd.
And it was tough. Watching
Footy
it
during
crowd.
COVID wasn't great.
It wasn't good.
It came good towards the end of last year.
Came good.
There was a rough
Came
patch.
good, but there was a bit of a distance from it. And I went to the bloody Sydney game, and I must admit, at half time when they're neck and neck, I'm like, fuck this. The umpires are shit. The fucking Melbourne supporters are cockheads. Melbourne are dickheads. But then once Sydney got up and about, I tell you what, I bloody was cheering. I felt a bloody real, I felt fired up about footy again.
It's take away crowds, and you take away crowds from anything.
Yeah,
it's fucked. I think everyone at the MCG Saturday afternoon was sitting there going, "This is I'm never going to take this for granted again."
That's it.
90,000 people. When De Goey kicked that goal, when it looked like the Pies were going to win, that roar, it was like
It was big.
It was unbelievable. Comedy. You take away the crowd.
Which is most of my shows.
A band. Take away the crowd.
It's just someone up there strumming a guitar to no one.
Even going in the city.
Like an orgy.
Isn't it?
You want a fucking crowd. Otherwise,
without the crowd, it's just a bloke.
You sitting around pulling yourself in front, and there's only two other people there. That's not an orgy. You need a crowd.
Yeah,
it's just a weird guy.
Just a weird guy
in a room.
So you got to have a crowd, but the crowd's back, and it's good stuff.
Should I turn this light on? I think it's starting to get a bit. I'll see what happens with it.
Wait, I can just.
How's that? Yeah, that's a bit better.
Looks nice.
There we go.
All right.
Watching on the YouTube.
Over to your wedding.
So that's good. All right. So let's wind this up. Everyone's been like, let's finish it up. Let's get it done, and then we can forget about it.
We can all move on.
It's back to reality now. Kristen's back to work. I'm back gigging.
You separated a couple of weeks ago. It really seems silly discussing the wedding.
It's stupid. I've lost my wedding ring. Divorce papers have been filed. But where we left it 2 weeks ago was we're in the park. Good buzz, good vibe. Beers had run out. So
yeah.
And in the meantime, we've ducked off in the bus. We're going to do that thing, get photos.
Yeah.
You got to get photos. Where are you getting your photos now? Kristen had her heart set. She had her heart set on beach photos.
Yeah. Well, if you're up that part of the world, you're mad not to.
You got to. You're in Port Douglas. We got a few in the park.
Yep.
Jump on the bus. And we had a little problem because the girls left the money for the muso.
Yep.
At the villa. So we don't have money for the muso who had played at the ceremony. And he said, "Oh, everything's cool. Just I'm playing at the courthouse tonight. Just get someone else to drop it down later on. I'll finish at 11:30.
And you're probably thinking, it's no biggie. But when we do a gig and they go, "Oh, we forgot the money. Can you come and pick it?" It's like,
You're like, fuck this,
what
mate.
a pain in the ass. If everyone did that, it'd be a nightmare. So
Yeah, you'd never get your money.
You want to have the cash for him.
That's right. So we're stressing about that. We don't have the money for Cookie, who played at the reception. So we're ducking over to the villa to get the cash. We're in the little bus. In the meantime, we're like, fucking we thought the wedding planner and they were going to organise a grog full of esky. There's no fucking beers left.
Grog full of eskies.
Esky full of grog.
Yep.
I'm all over the joint. Thanks for picking me up on that,
No
mate.
worries.
So we're in the bus. We're worried about them. But the time's getting down because we spent too long in the park.
Yep.
You know, Kristen had allowed 5 minutes to get the photos afterwards with all the family members. But the problem is, her parents are separated. They've remarried. Kristen's mum's husband, he's got 35 kids and 777 grandkids. So you got to do this. Okay, so
Kristen's got 12 outfits.
Kristen's got 12 outfits.
Photographers haven't been paid.
Photographers, they're worried about it.
Yep.
The muso's like, where's me fucking cash? There's a bit going on here. There's a bit going on here. Tommy Siegert's whinging because he's fucking drank 6 beers and there's none left.
Now the beers are finally coming good from a stinking hangover the night before.
So he's coming good. He's getting vocal. He's getting lippy. He's abusing people. He's calling Red Jesus...
Red Jesus,
and his girlfriend, the bloody Russian tennis player, she's not happy. She's going to hit him with a tennis racket. So it's all happening. So we get to it's 5:15, I reckon. 5:15 by the time we get out of the park. And we're pushing shit uphill. We've got about half an hour to take photos, but we've ducked off to the villa. We've grabbed the money, and then we're like... the photographers, he's gone to 4 Mile Beach. This is where we're going to get the photos done. Me mate Ads jumped in his car and he said, he goes, "Oh, are you Matt, the photographer?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm Matt, the photographer." Yep. So this is why it's a very complicated story, which I'm probably making it more complicated.
Yeah.
So Ads jumps in the car. He goes, "You're Matt, the photographer." He goes, "Yep, that's correct." "All right, where are we going?" And Ads goes, "I don't fucking know what's going on."
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
He wasn't the man for the job.
He wasn't the man for the job. So time's running down. Tick, 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 tick. And we're going, because of this fuck around, I don't think we can get wedding photos at the beach, which Kristen had her heart, her bloody, she was going to have a fucking coronary like fucking dunks if she didn't get these. But
the chopper was going to land.
The chopper was going to land.
Yeah.
They're going to defib on her. I need those photos, but we can't do it. We're losing the light. A bit like here. We're losing that beautiful sunset. We've got to get out to the venue to get the photos. So from about 6:30 to 7, we're walking around in the because you still don't know where you're going yet, do you? That was the other thing.
Yeah, we don't know where we're going.
Siegert's in the park. You don't know where you're going. So at this stage, you jump in a bus. What happens there? You run us through that little bloody surprise.
There's a little bit of air of mystery. Everyone's obviously a bit shitty that the beers had run out. We're starting to question, is it going to be a dry wedding?
I mean, there was mango daiquiris there. Did you have a mango daiquiri?
I had a mango daiquiri.
That was a big one. There was gelato. Yeah. Did you have a gelati?
You don't have 3 beers, 2 mango daiquiris.
And then ice cream.
We
know what happened with Flinny.
Yeah. Hurl your guts up. Continue to do so for 24 hours. So I'm sort of trying to start shit on the bus, what's going on here? This is fucked. So I'm trying to
How
turn people
far are we
against
going?
it.
Is it an hour trip? Where's the fucking? There should be beers on the bus. What's Hocking doing to us?
This is insane.
Evo's a cockhead.
So I'm slashing the seats in the bus.
Yeah.
I'm really down. So
you pull out those little red things. You're smashing the windows. You know, when you
chonk chonk chonk
chonk chonk chonk.
And it was good. There was a good vibe on the bus. Good feeling. We didn't know all the shit was going down with the photos. We thought everyone was going to plan.
There's not much in it, but
But when we
wedding day, it's magnified.
It was only about 5 minutes out of town, wasn't it? 5 to 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it's about 5 to 10.
And then we started going cross country, and then the bus parked, and we all got off, and all the girls are going, oh, look at this, it's perfect. And all the guys are going, where's the fucking
beer?
Where's the Eskies? I'm dry as a chippy. So, but as you walked out, crossed this little timber bridge, walked out, and there was a didgeridoo. And I thought, Evans thought of everything. So we've walked in, some guy's playing the didge.
Dave Cook.
And he was fantastic.
He's
we walked in, and it was just this big open area. Beers were there, stood
Tom's
around.
happy.
Oh, it was just beautiful. And I took some photos and sent them straight back to Tam. Wish you were here.
Yeah.
And then
the kids are vomiting. She's like, fuck you, Tom. I want a divorce.
Yep. And I was, but it was great. It was, it could not. There was a little bar there. It was just a beautiful sight. And then
we had the tables set up, 3 long tables set up there for everyone to sit. We had the music. We had the...
it was a postcard.
It was a postcard. There were little fairy lights, and it's surrounded by all these cane fields. It was
cane
like
fields
out
everywhere.
on the patio we sit. And the humidity we
The weather was
breathe.
perfect.
Weather was
great.
great.
There were no mozzies, which I thought people were worried about.
Nah, mate.
No mozzies.
Wednesday, mate.
Mozzies.
Work
no
Wednesday.
mozzie Wednesdays. And your entrance was fantastic.
So while all that's happening, we're out in the cane fields. We're getting the beautiful sunset. And it's one of those things where, I found like a wedding is just the photographer telling you to kiss your wife more times than you've kissed her in the last year. That's what it's like. It's just like click, click, click. All right, kiss her on the forehead. Click, click, click. All right, kiss her on the lips. Fucking, mate, you creeped me out, man. At one stage, he said, put your hand behind her head, nuzzle into her ear, and just hang there for a bit. Close your eyes. You're like, what? I'm sniffing her hair, am I? I said, yeah. Just like really, sniffing her hair. Like really creepy shit.
Really unnatural stuff.
Very
unnatural.
unnatural.
Pull the front of it. Just suck on a boob for a bit. And he hasn't even got a camera. He's just down there going, mate.
He's not wearing pants.
Mate, this isn't right. And you're not even the cameraman. Who is this bloke? The bus? It's the fucking bus driver.
It's a bus driver walking out with half a munger. Going, mate, just kiss her.
Mate, yeah.
Nuzzle her boob. Just rip her dress apart. Go, Jesus Christ, mate. I'll just tear her garter off as well, will I, champ?
So,
it's full on. But the photos look amazing. You look at some of them and you think, oh, my God. It looks a bit weird, but...
they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. This guy was a professional. Matty Evans Photography, get on him. He just goes, all right, do this, do that. Kristen had a veil. We had these photos where Kristen was under the veil and he shot down the veil and she just looks gorgeous. And there's another one where I'm in the veil. Got
the veil.
I was wearing the veil. I put the dress on at one stage. It's no good because you could see my cleavage. It was bad news. There was another one where Heatho had to throw the veil up and then run backwards, and he took the photo while the veil was flowing away there. So
just some really creative
photos. Look amazing. You might put a few of them on there.
Have you got them back yet?
I've got them back. No, I've got them back. I'll give you the slideshow, so you'll be fucking bored as fucking shit. Seriously, we had the family down from Queensland over the weekend. Fuck me, it's a 3-hour ordeal going through these photos.
How many would there be? Because it's not like the old days where you used to pick them and you used to get maybe 30 photos, and they used to go on an album. Now
Mate, he was snapping all day, mate. He had about 35 different cameras. It was like the launch of a fucking shuttle. He's like, oh, hang on, wait there. 1,257 photos.
Oh, and I want to see every one of them.
You want to see every one of them. You're like, yeah, I want to see bloody where Evo's wearing the dress and he's showing a bit of cleavage. I want to see the one where Evo's sucking Kristen's nipple.
Do they take
get around it?
Do they put them all in, or imagine Kristen, some would have said, nah, out. And just delete, gone.
Well,
there's somewhere you're not, you might be looking the other way, or you're doing that weird thing with your eyes half shut.
Yeah. There's not many half shut, but this is...
No, she got rid of them all.
She got rid of them, yeah. So it was originally 1,800 photos. But no, this is the little issue that, because, Kristen's very picky, except when it comes to her men. She was a bit worried because, I don't know, should I reveal the secret that, maybe she wasn't all... I mean, she didn't have her tits done or anything, but she had...
the chicken fillets.
Maybe some chicken fillets and little... she's going to kill me. She doesn't listen to this, but some Spanx. Just, you bring them up there. And she said, fuck, there's a few where the bloody Spanx are shut. Oh, you can sort of see it. Seriously, no one else would see it. But she has picked it. She's like, I don't like them. I said, babe, you look bloody amazing. You look gorgeous.
No, she did look amazing. Looked amazing.
Shut up. So then that's all done. Everyone's in there and we're waiting. We've finally got a few beers. We're all good. And the Red Jesus takes the mic. The MC, the Red Jesus, who's dating...
Kornikova or whatever her name
Carly,
is.
the Russian tennis player.
Yep.
And bang, he says, he lights it up, the Red Jesus. The music's playing. He goes, welcome to the stage. Ballser went in first with two bridesmaids on each arm, which, God, very
So why did he get two bridesmaids?
Wow, there was uneven numbers.
Uneven
numbers.
Yep.
So Ballser got to walk in there with his big bald head.
Like he owned the joint.
Like he owned the joint with the two girls on either side.
Was anyone matched up with their wife or partner? No, because they're very different.
No, they're all different. So that was a great thing. Because people from they'd never really met each other until on the Monday.
It's a bit of a weird thing to sort of be standing there. It's like you got a new girlfriend for 24 hours.
And you've got to be joking, you've got to be laughing, you've got to be...
You've got to be happy, you've got to be holding hands.
Yeah, you've got to pretend not to be getting erect.
Meanwhile, the partners of both are standing there. Just watching and going, he's a fucking dead man.
This guy, he fucking touches my wife. I'm going to... That was a great thing. On the Sunday, they sort of got... And at the Bucks parties, the groomsmen got to meet the other guys.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then
probably should have done that before. Oh no, they did that before.
They did.
Okay, yeah.
The Bucks, but then on the Monday, that's when sort of the guys met the girls on the little boat cruise. So that was good. All above board, and everyone was happy. So I don't think it was unnatural. But I know what I'm like because I'm an ugly man, and I know if there's a chick who's maybe a bit hotter than me, I'll get a bit nervous. I get a bit self-conscious about everything. So. Don't know whether any of the boys were maybe a bit self-conscious, but
I've been to a couple of bridal parties where you sort of it is weird. It's like you feel a bit like you're doing the wrong thing. You're walking down, you're holding hands,
you got to dance at the start. You're like woo, woo, yeah.
That's why you got to make sure afterwards you get over and dance with the wife quick sticks.
That's right.
No, she's number one. This girl's only here for 12 hours.
You go over to the bridesmaid's boyfriend or husband. You go, mate, here's a fucking beer.
Yeah,
mate.
And he'll say,
you're a lucky man.
And he'll say, after this, you are fucked.
You and me in the fucking cane field. You're fucked, cockhead. So there we go. So we come in, we sit down at the table, and it's starting to get dark now. But Brandon sort of sits everyone down, and then he says, we've been there for about 5 minutes in the area, 5-10 minutes. And then what's he say? He says, guys.
We've got one last surprise.
Well, not one last surprise. We've got maybe a first surprise of the reception. What happened?
Well, we've gone out, and everyone thought. So we've got. He sort of led us out of the reception area into this.
So we're going back out to where we came in, and everyone's going, what?
Past the Dunnies,
what are we, the
almost
Dunnies?
In a storage sort of area.
Someone snorting coke in there. What's happened? The smokers are there, just puffing down a few fucking darts.
He said, "Why are we all going to the Dunnies? Is Evan bloody organised? Has he rails? Got rails for everyone?
Is everyone racking up? This is going to be a real expensive wedding.
Are we hotboxing the Dunnies? What's going on here?"
Has he left a reverse kangaroo in there? What's going on?
That he wants everyone to see.
Look at my stool sample.
It is. So what it was, and there was a little bit of confusion because no one really knew what it was. There was a bit of a like what my first, just because of timing, as the sun was just going down, I thought it's fireworks.
Fireworks.
He's organised some fireworks. Woo-hoo. He didn't have to. They didn't have to, but they've organised fireworks.
Good on him.
But then sort of heard this. It took a while to sort of to happen, and there was this sort of crackling noise, and then there was some smoke, and then
the fireworks are fucked up.
Well, that's what everyone thought.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, all the cane fields they were on fire.
Fucking hell!
There was fire, fire everywhere, but it was like this beautiful, peaceful. It sort of made smoke, but you couldn't smell it.
Well, it was all sort of
You
blowing the
smell
other
gasoline.
way. It was a mix of diesel and petrol, I think. So it was maybe something like that because it was just straight petrol, just go.
Which we didn't want.
No, we didn't want that. But the guys, the cane farmers, they came round with like a little fucking, I don't know, it was like a stick.
Yeah,
and it was sort of had a little.
Yeah, I don't know how that thing worked.
Yeah, I don't know.
And eventually we realised that this was it, and it was absolutely beautiful. So we're out there on a balmy night,
beers,
middle of nowhere, having a few brews, just watching this cane field go up. You guys are getting your photos.
It took a little bit, didn't it? Sort of came around. We'll post maybe some of the videos of people sent us videos of it. Sort of took a while to go up, and then the boys start lighting. Then once it got going,
it was
Jesus Christ! And the crackle, the sound, the embers, the bloody Andrew Embleys were bloody
just
flying all over the joint.
Just a beautiful sight. I was chatting with some of the locals afterwards, and I said, "That's how beautiful is that? Is there ever any danger that it's going to catch onto a tree or something?" And they said, "No, it's very controlled. It just burns off the top bits." But he said one of the dangers is quite often there's wildlife.
Someone's sleeping in there.
Yeah, or there's wildlife, and you'll have like a 4 metre croc will just charge out. And
I'm not sure how many 4 metre crocs are just chilling in the cane field.
Well,
but,
it's
you never know.
Obviously, you thought the risk was worth it, and putting everyone's life at danger, and it really was.
Because you were so close, and even some people who have lived up there for 20 years, they said, I've never seen it this close. So we really put on a bloody show.
Yep.
All the smoke went the other way. It was bloody gorgeous. People were taking photos themselves. Once again, the bloody bus driver was coming in. Kiss her. Like, fuck off, mate.
I think it's time you go home, cockhead.
Yeah. You've obviously popped too many Viagra's. You're rock hard, champ.
So that was beautiful. Food was amazing.
Food was great. Speeches
were great.
Speeches. Heatho actually incorporated into his speech. I don't know. I wonder if I can find this because remember a
few episodes. For time? Is this going to go to another episode? We might have to go to another episode.
We're at 47.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We can probably finish it up. We'll finish it up in that time. Yeah. Because what happened was obviously at the Bucks, I went into the. I got thrown into the Rye Football Club into their huddle. Yeah, remember that, don't you?
Oh, people might remember from a previous episode.
Probably want to forget. But so what happened was the guys at the Rye Football Club, they have sent Heatho. If I can find this, where the hell is it? They've sent him a little. Jesus Christ!
You never find it when you need to.
You never find it when you bloody want it. I think I took a fucking. Where the fuck is that?
What would have been your photos if they sent it to you?
No, I took a screenshot of it. Here we go. All right. So, and I'll post this on the Good Banter Instagram because Heatho's incorporated this into his speech. I thought all the speeches were great. Kristen's old man was fantastic.
He was great.
My old man got up. He
was
a bit
good.
Emotional. He started telling everyone to look after each other, and he gets a bit emotional in his old age.
Really,
Old Cliffy. He has a bit of a laugh, but then he's like he brings it back down and goes, yeah.
It was a roller coaster.
It was a real roller coaster.
In the end, they put the music on and sort of marched him off.
Drowned him off, mate. Yeah. You're fucking bringing the mood down, champion. So, fucking wind it up, Cliffy. So, here we go. So, this is an official letter from the Rye Football Club. Heath, thank you for bringing the Dirty Dozen, in quotation marks, to our humble little football netball club last Saturday, the 25th of June, 2022. We haven't seen that many scallywags, thieves, losers, etc. in one place since the Great Depression in the 1920s.
Ah, that's nice of him.
That's beautiful. He's probably painting a pretty fair picture there. We were fucking scumbags. So, thanks also for stealing our $1,000 major home game raffle prize, original ticket attached. stealing our meat tray, interrupting the singing of our club's song by having the groom in the middle and busting a few macho moves to the disbelief of players and club officials, having our best barman go down with a major arm and wrist injury due to the relentless pressure he was under serving alcohol to you guys. Overall, it was a fun-filled few hours that Vic and I endured with you guys, but our therapist reckons we will be back to normal by the end of July. Regards, Rusty and Vic.
Rusty.
P.S. If things don't work out for Evan with this marriage, you're more than welcome to have his next Bucks turn at our footy club.
The door's always open.
The door is always open, and for them to put in that effort, that really says
on the club letterhead.
On the club letterhead, they've included the ticket, which Fruey won, the $1,000 draw, which I think he said he put most of it all back over the bar, which I fucking can't remember, but that's just because I was pissed. He probably did. So
it's, good stuff.
So that's a little ripper. So that was good. I did my speech. I thought I'll have a few cracks at a few people in the crowd. I thought there's no right or reply.
No.
I fucking stuck it to the Red Jesus.
Yeah, no, you were good. You were good. And you again, the roller coaster. You sort of look like, oh God, this is looking a bit comedy set-ish. This is looking a bit comedy set-ish. But then he'd
when the comedy and the laughs were happening, that's when I got a fucking one in the ribs from Kristen, like a real fucking sharp elbow into the ribs. I thought I better get heartfelt here, and I pulled it back.
Yep.
I stitched up the Nelson twins.
Yep.
So when I get all that stuff on the videography stuff, I'll maybe post that on there, which that'll.
So you got it all recorded as well?
That's all recorded.
Jesus,
that's on wax, mate.
You did everything, didn't you?
Well, for the money we spent, you'd want to get the whole fucking wedding.
So what do they edit that down to highlights?
Like a 15-minute highlight package.
Oh,
so they've got their work cut out from them. But maybe I could post the little. We've got a little sneak peek. Yeah. I'll put that on the Good Banter Instagram. But do be wary that there's a lot of me kissing Kristen. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like it. But if you do, just fucking rub one out to it if you want.
Yeah.
Get right into it. So things are going well. First dance. What are you thinking? You having fun at this stage, Tommy? Things are going good, mate? You run us through how you're feeling.
I'm on the bus, mate. I'm heading home by this stage.
What about the...
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Should we mention? We'll get to that
because we didn't. We tell about the dance, but it was good. Everyone was perfect. It was a great night. It was great to catch up with everyone. It was a big area, but didn't seem too big, so you could sort of mingle.
It was good.
It was because I think when organising a function, the size of the room, whether it's a comedy night, a wedding, 40,
needs to be in proportion.
It needs to be in proportion. There's no point having 500 people there if it's a venue that holds 25,000.
It's like the rubber chicken. I think that worked perfectly for me.
Yep.
Because on the nights I had 3 people, they could just close the room up.
Yep.
And go, Hocko, you can do it in the dunnies, mate.
You've sold it out. Yeah.
You've sold it out.
So, it was a good size, great vibe, good chats, just good fun. And you did. I actually don't remember your first day. It was later on.
It was sort of slow. It was slow, and then I sort of thought, because I thought what happened was, usually with the first dance, then people go, all right, everyone come up. Everyone come up. But I forgot, this is a little clinker. The girls had learned to dance.
Yeah.
You would have remembered that, Tom.
I do remember that.
I'm sure you would, because I remember with your eyes popping out your fucking head when the girls started making the moves.
You boys were just pieces of meat, really, and you would just move.
We were just pawns in a show. So me and Kristen do the dance. I'm running out of moves, so I started flipping around, and then what happened was I had to wind Cookie up. So I said, Red Jesus, tell Cookie, mate, we've got to do this dance. And then, bang, it goes into Flow Rider or something. Low. The ball, I get off the floor. The floor's evacuated. The girls get on, and bang, they've choreographed a dance.
And when did they have time to do that?
Mate, they did it via Zoom, and they've got rhythm, they've got soul, they're not, they've got moves.
Yep.
So they can dance. Like me, that would take me 3 years to learn that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have even... There's a reason they didn't get your boys involved in that.
No, they said, guys, you just... go over there and jerk off in the cane field, all right?
Yep.
We'll take this. So the girls look great. Kristen, she did dance when she was younger, so she's got the moves. The other girls had the moves. It was bloody great to watch.
It was good stuff. And then everyone else joined in.
Everyone joined in, and I started doing the worm. Heath did the worm, and that was all great. And, by then it was getting late.
Yeah,
things were winding down.
It all seemed to go pretty quick. There was the cigar bar. That was, did I read that wrong? It went off. I was... we ran out of cigars.
So that was the thing. We went from the dancing, and then we thought, all right, the girls have danced, we've had the cane, we need another surprise.
Yep.
Evo.
That's what this needs, another surprise.
Another surprise. Tom needs a surprise, but you knew it was coming. No one else knew. I said, all right, guys, get over. We've got 30, how many cigars did we get? We've got 30 cigars over there. We've got whiskies. And Tommy's like, this is going to go down like a fucking wrought iron hang glider. Well, I tell you what, they swarmed that cigar bar like, they swarmed Tom Siegert, the suburban footballer at a local football club.
Mate, we're out of cigars, and I grabbed a heap of them. So I'm there bloody selling cigars in the corner, bloody making a four. I got cigars up my arse and my nose. I'm bloody...
There were people who you're thinking... I go, have you smoked a cigar? I said, I never smoke cigars, but this is the coolest thing ever.
It's sort of...
I got some great photos of you trying to smoke a cigar. You look like you've just... You're like
you didn't think I looked cool?
The photos didn't capture
It's been a bad shot, bad angle.
Yeah, but some great...
It felt cool.
Felt cool, mate. Everyone's chatting, everyone's having some good banter. There's whiskies going down. That was I enjoyed that time.
That was...
it was a good way of proving you wrong.
It was a good bonding time. It was very blokey. It was very... Well, there were some girls over there, but it was a very... but it was... it sort of felt like a bit
like a men's club.
Like
a secret men's business.
But one thing I did, and I was the first one to do it, and I reckon every other bloke was thinking about it. So everyone's drinking the whiskey.
Beautiful whiskey. I had Talisker. I had Glenmorangie. I had Highland Park. Some of these whiskies are, 12 years, 15 years. Just the way I like my boys. And but we're running out.
So
we're just having it on the rocks.
Beautiful stuff. Just having it on the rocks. So I... And as I said, when I first did this, a few guys go, mate, thank fuck you were the first one. Because I'm not a big straight whiskey drinker. No. So I've gone, I didn't think much of it. So I've gone over to the bar and said, have you got a can of Coke? And I just filled me whiskey up with Coke.
You've ruined a fucking 15-year-old
got myself
Scotch whiskey.
Got myself a rum and
by
Coke.
Dumping a fucking can of Coke in there.
And then and it was Big Cole that he said, mate, fucking great idea.
I don't think the old man was happy with it, was he?
He was fucking spewing. He was...
and he's not a massive whiskey man, but I think he knows sort of the finer things in life, even though he doesn't sort of look like he does.
Oh, he was first. He hung a bit of shit on me. I thought, oh, yeah, we're all having a laugh. But every time I saw him for the next 2 days, you fucking piece of shit, bloody. I was like, Jesus, what's Yeah, I really divided the room.
You weren't happy
putting the Coke, but it was beautiful because once I had them, I started really necking
really firing up.
Yeah. So that was good, but yeah. So don't put Coke into whiskey.
Really nice whiskey.
Did I say rum before?
You did say rum.
Yeah,
I sort of knew what you meant. So
yeah,
that's how big a whiskey drinker you are. You don't even know what it's fucking called.
Because it all probably tastes pretty similar with Coke. With Coke in it. But, they go down quick with Coke. Oh, I was loving it.
That's good.
Getting a few dirty looks.
That's all right, mate. So, yeah, things are winding up by then. First bus comes at 11:30, and everyone's like, fuck, I don't want to jump on that bus.
No.
We've
done this bit, though. So this is like
we've done that.
This is like a Tarantino.
Yeah, okay. So now
movie. So we've
forget about it now.
Yeah, so we've already done the.
We did mention that because we
So we did the end.
It's on Pulp Fiction here.
Yeah. So we did the end, the bucks, and then the middle.
So there we go.
Yeah.
This is all over the joint.
The Star Wars.
That's the end.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the end. That's the wedding.
That goes on.
I'll get some photos up there, and that's I'm married. It's all happening. It was a great time. Thanks to everyone who came. Had a ball.
As I said.
You had a ball.
And everything worked. Nothing was like, that missed the target. Everything
hit the spot.
Bullseye. That was, I can't think of anything. A little bit hungover a couple of times, but
Maybe the Coke in the Scotch, that was
for
that was a
me,
real down point. For
me,
you, though,
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah. For
You
me,
loved it.
Loved it. But and if you went back now and looked at the photos, I think you'd notice quite a few people were drinking the whiskey and Coke.
What I'll
But
do-
for some reason, I was copping the shit for
I'll
everyone.
post a few of the cigar bar on the. We've got some beautiful professional shots of the cigar
that'd be
bar.
nice.
That'd be good on
Jeez,
the.
it makes you feel like a man's man, doesn't it?
Well, yeah,
I felt like I could build a fucking deck or bloody punch someone in the really getting a street fight.
Taking over a country or something. That's what I just thought.
I could do anything with it.
I could really smoke cigars for the rest of my life, I reckon. It just felt like, even if you can't change a tyre or something, you just
demand
smoke
respect.
cigars. You sort of do, especially when you're dressed nicely.
Oh,
It's a bit different if you're wearing tracksuit pants and, a spaghetti stained T-shirt. You're not looking real cool smoking a cigar, but when you...
But you do. As long as people don't look at anything else when you got a cigar. But when I got back from the wedding, first day I walked into work, cigar hanging out, and asked for a
Pay rise.
And they said, you can't smoke in here, you fuckwit. So, but still...
But you look pretty cool.
Yeah, but you look pretty cool. So,
yeah. And why have you got Coke in the fucking whiskey, you dickhead?
You can't drink in here, you can't
drink
smoke
in
in
here.
here. What are you doing, mate?
That's it.
Mate, it was great stuff. Everything worked. It was fantastic, but it's
Good times.
it was a real downer because I went back to the Gold Coast and it was
All over the joint.
all over the joint. But it's good to be back. It's
great to be back.
It's memories now. Memories will last a lifetime.
We've got the photos.
Got the photos. We'll check those out.
Yep. So you got anything to finish us off
Mate,
with, mate?
I reckon that's about it. We'd be a fair way
Wrap
in.
it up. Yeah.
Just apologies if I'm a bit flat. I seriously would have had maximum 1 hour sleep. And just that interrupted sleep. You think you're there, and then there's a spew, and then the dog's howling. The dog's done it. We got a
post
puppy
those
that's.
photos.
We got a puppy that's. This thing was meant to be.
Did you get the dog shit police onto it?
No, the dog shit police, mate. They'd be fucking doing some overtime at our joint at the moment. This thing was trained when we bought it. We've somehow managed to untrain a dog, like it was trained, and now it was trained for 4 days. We're shitting outside. Now it's fucking shitting all over the joint. So we've not only were we not trained it.
Oh, it's Chenzo.
We've untrained.
I'll ring
the
you
dog.
back, mate.
And but anyway.
That's
Well,
all right, mate.
something to work on.
There were some people who hit me up on the Instagram about 100th episode. I'll mention that next week.
Yep.
To Dunks, mate. Glad you're doing better. I'll post the GoFundMe. Great times. Yeah, man. That's episode 84.
That's it.
I think we've got it all.
Bag.
I think we've got it all. Wedding's over. My life's over, but this podcast isn't over. So what you need to do, because like I said, last week's episode was, it was off the bloody
Richter.
charts. So tell your friends about the podcast. Share it round. Give it a rating. Give it a review. Get on the YouTube. Even if you don't watch it, just put it on in the background.
Do we have any really shit reviews on there?
No, not on the podcast.
You shouldn't for a podcast, because if you don't like a podcast,
You just turn it off.
You turn it off, and you
You-
listen to one
you
of
don't
our
listen to it.
million podcasts.
Which, yes.
No one should be given shit reviews for podcasts.
I don't think so. No, you move on with your life.
Yeah.
And you listen to something else.
Yep.
So there you go. The Instagram. Get on the Good Banter Instagram. There's going to be a heap of great photos coming up this week and little clips and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Did you mention about the people going to the footy club or no? Anyway,
that slide.
episode 84 in the can.
Close the door.
All right, that's another episode of Good Banter.
Good banter.